support for your shoulders and your neck while you're on your table, that neck restorer is a simple, easy solution, Riley?
Oh yeah, and you know what? What's interesting about it is, you see it's not a pillow. I don't have it down here in the arch of my neck. I have it at the very top of my neck, right where the head meets, and it's called occipital release. And what it is when you're carrying that tension, because this actually was completely designed for me because I get terrible tension headaches. And I had this little device that I got set up, and it would release this spot. And finally, my husband actually said, we've got to make this.
Build it into the table, yeah.
And so what's great about it, and I want to jump off and show you, is it's actually just attached. So I travel with this.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, I sat on the plane and I worked on the computer, and you know, you can't get in good posture, right? And that's the thing. That's really why I have the headaches, as I have a desk job. I'm sitting there, your head creeps forward. I know better, but it does it. And then all of a sudden you have the tension. So
you can add that today. It's $30. Yes. Whoever watches the first Teeter show of the visit is always the only ones that get a chance to buy that product. You guys seriously need to get hard to work manufacturing more of those. So there's only 300 of them in stock, and we've now officially sold over 200 tables just this hour alone. That is 200 lives that have been changed. I truly believe that. You think about what we spend across our day for bottles of wine and fancy dinners and computers. What can change your life and get you living your best life now, get you doing what you love? You know, I read a review about a wife who wanted her husband to run with him, and he said, "Are you kidding me? I could never do that. My back kills just barely walking." After a week on the Teeter table, he went to her and said, "Let's go for a run."
Absolutely. Yeah. That's it. It absolutely changes lives. You know, there's so many things to tell you. Oh, 5-year warranty on every component. I wanted you to point that out, and I'm going to touch on some of the safety things, which is why we are the only table that HSN's ever offered. This European standard, this CE mark, this is not fitness, this is medical. That small number means that this table meets the standard throughout Europe for home use medical equipment. This UL sticker, actually a tougher spec than that. Teeter is the only brand that meets these standards. It meets all the safety standards that I'm in the developed world. It meets the Japanese standard and the Canadian, the US, all the European standards. And Teeter is the only brand, and it's the only brand that can, because it's the only one that uses special high carbon steels, heat treated in key components. You know, you get on the internet, you're gonna see a lot of lookalikes.
But if you're gonna hang upside down, but if you're gonna hang upside down, get the one that's tested, get the one that's approved.
Get the one that's approved by independent safety engineers, the only one that actually uses special steels. All right, I'm gonna just touch real quick, as you mentioned, I hate assembly. This part fully assembled out of the box. You want to hold that just a second?
This is the one that scares you, right? You assume there's 25 nuts and bolts and screws and Swedish instructions. Nope, it's all done.
Yeah, absolutely. Bed's fully assembled. You put these little arms on. That's an adjustment to that controls how responsive it is. The A-frame's fully assembled in the sense the spreader arms on, all the feet are on, the straps on. You do have to put these upgraded handles on. 3 machine screws, 1 bolt. That's your assembly. You'll spend more time getting out of the box. Look at the way this goes together. That's snap, snap, like that.
There you go.
And again, 5-year warranty on every component. You know, that's, no other table offers that. And Teeter's the only brand that can offer it, because it's the only one that actually engineers. My background is aircraft, by the way, and keeping planes in the air means no fatigue failure. When this table cycles back and forth, the failure that's at risk is a fatigue failure. We engineer that out, and the other tables don't.
So now over 250 of you have ordered, but I want you to hear from doctors. I mean, I want you to understand this is not a gimmick. This is a real therapeutic solution, and you've got a daily maintenance program in the comfort of your own home, available, folds up, stores away, but morning and night, you, your spouse, your kids, everybody has access to it. Listen to what another doctor has to say. Listen to Dr. Tons and what he recommends, what he thinks about inversion.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. one of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
Were you surprised to hear what he said, that we all lose typically ½ an inch in a single day? You know, gravity's doing a number on us, and if we don't fight back, that long-term effect will steal your figure, steal your flexibility, steal your shock absorption, and likely, almost certainly, at some point, produce back pain. I got Spiny out here because it's so important you understand the mechanics of what gravity's doing to you. These dark lines are discs. They're fluid-filled shock absorbers, and they're constantly changing their fluid content. So when you're sleeping, yes, they're still pressurized because of the ligaments and muscles that encase them, but they're at lower pressure than standing, obviously, so they absorb moisture in the morning. They're thicker. You're taller. Yes, you're taller in the morning, but as soon as you're upright, your own body weight starts to squeeze moisture out of all these discs. You become shorter, your pants get tighter, because as you get shorter, you bulge out in the center. You get in the car to drive home, you adjust the rearview mirror down because you're shorter. You know, that's what, but when you invert, you know, you take the pressure off. And very important, these discs control the size of the opening that the nerves come through. So a thin disc, as the FDA says, degenerative disc disease, a thin disc means a pinched nerve. You've got pain down your leg, pain down your shoulder. You want to see what a ruptured disc looks like? That's this. Now, that just looks painful. You don't have to, because you have a blowout in your disc, which is like a blowout in a radial tire, and the soft material inside just pushes on nerves and ligaments. When you invert and relax, decompress these joints, take the pressure off the nerve, encourage these bulges and what have you to draw back in because the pressure's greatly reduced, and stretches and relaxes paraspinal muscles, and also if there's a misalignment, it's encouraged to realign itself. 4 different ways that Teeter relieves back pain in 3 to 5 minutes in your own home. You know, and you know, Cedric has got a story like mine in a sense, that I was involved in sports, wrecked my back, but nothing compared to the kind of sport that Cedric did, 11 years in professional football.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see really putting your back through its paces and having a Teeter table get you living your biggest, best life now, not paying for the choices you made earlier in your life. Listen to Cedric's experience.
Aging is nothing but compression, brought on by the greatest force in our universe, which is gravity. I played 13 years of professional football, and you in mortal combat with opposing people as big and as strong as you are. In the long run, you do a lot of damage to yourself. Not thinking about the consequences of one day being 67 years old and having to deal with the aftermath. The first time that I used the Teeter, the feeling was just of relief, total relief. It's just a whole new world open to me. It has restored the flexibility, and I'm able to walk further. Being able to stand up straight without my back bothering me is a victory. I've always been a dreamer, and everything had been on hold. Getting on the Teeter, instantly, hope came back. I can live again.
Cedric's a big guy. He's up at approaching 300 pounds. You know, but we have so many athletes. We've got at least 100 professional baseball players. We have 16 people on the pro golf circuit. Changes your golf game. I guarantee you, get on the internet, check out golf and inversion, see an independent study. You will be amazed at how you can reduce strokes so effectively with the Teeter. You know, and we have a whole line of equipment for people from 6 foot to 7'7". I think you know who they are for. Rugby, Australian football, regular football. I mean, gravity does a number on us, and the people that most need Teeter are those that are really active and those that are totally inactive. Too much sitting is actually harder on your body than being active, but it's the two extremes. And then in between, It's keeping your right posture, your balance. Poor posture's unattractive. You know, keep that youthful look, youthful flexibility, get the stress out so you can move in long strides and not give away your age because you're shuffling.
I mean, seriously, the man is 80 years old and he wrecked his back and he is here standing tall, water skiing, full of youth, vitality, and energy, not slowed and stopped and missing out on life while pain pills are simply masking his symptoms. He's getting real therapeutic relief. Now, all that being said, maybe you're interested, maybe you're thinking about your father, maybe you're thinking about the fact that you sit at a desk all day, maybe you're thinking about your back pain at the end of the day is getting in the way of putting the children up and into their beds. Why do you do it right now? Because first of all, there is never a day that's too early to start this, and once you get it home, you will absolutely say, I wish I had it 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But let's sweeten the deal. This is Roger's #1 best table. It is their most advanced. It's the EP970. It's the one that he offers to chiropractors and massage and physical therapists. Today, you get the $450 table, and you get this $50 specially engineered for comfort but still function upgrade better back cushion. In all the shows you and I have done together, and that's probably 2, 3, 4 dozen at this point, you've never offered this included in the purchase of the table today. So today, you are getting a $500 value. Now, Inversion tables will always be on hsn.com. We partner with this company. They're a wonderful family business, and they're the only inversion table that we offer, and we know our customer is looking for better solutions in health and wellness. But it is only when the man, the myth, and the legend is right here in our studios that you get special deals. Today, it's a big celebration offer. It is a $150 discount plus 6 flexible payments, so you spend less than $2 a day on a credit card. So if this is you and your spouse, the husband, the wife, I mean, it's less than $1 a day for each one of you.
And no freight.
No freight.
No freight, 5-year warranty on every component.
And guys, it's the amount of time you spend brushing your teeth. That's it. This is not a 30-minute commitment. It's not an hour-long commitment. It's mere moments a day, and it can change your life.
Absolutely. Done especially right before bed, gets rid of the stress of the day, decompresses the body, you know, helps those joints to naturally realign so your body has less work to shove you back in shape for morning. And in the morning, it's a totally different effect. Then if I sleep kind of curled up, invert, I'm standing tall, I get extra oxygen to the brain. It's 2 cups of coffee without the caffeine. I'm out of the chute. 1 minute of inversion in the morning, 3 to 5 just before bed at night.
So basically,
that's my practice.
No road rage going and easier to bed at night. Man, that's worth it right there. Let's go to the phones. We're going to talk to Kelly, who's calling us from Texas. Kelly, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here on HSN. Is this the first Teeter table you've ever bought?
Yes, it is.
And is it for you?
I'm buying it for my husband.
So why is it you think he's going to need it?
Because he's on his feet. He's in furniture sales, and he's on his feet for more than 12 hours a day. And he just turned 46 this year, and he started complaining about lower back pain.
Yep.
And I thought this would be a great gift for him because he's just going to always be on his feet, and he needs to decompress his lower back. I think you're an amazing person for inventing this.
Oh, it really, we're so thrilled to have Roger here. Kelly, you do have to make us both one promise, though.
Yes.
You have to use it, too.
I certainly will.
Okay.
I know you're probably sitting in traffic. You're taking care of husband, kids, family, animals. You take care of everybody else, Kelly. Take 3-4 minutes to yourself and get on this table and take advantage of its benefits as well. You deserve it, too.
Right. And remember what Colleen said.
Much.
Oh, remember what Colleen said. Every time she comes up from inversion, she inverts at least once a day, she feels, I feel just like I had a facial.
Yeah. You know? I mean, it's great. Kelly, thank you so much for your call. Thank you for taking care of your husband's needs, and we hope you'll take care of yourself as well. So this is, it's a treat to do this today. If you've never tried it before, don't you think over 2 million people are on to something? Don't you think 20 years of rave review, customer pick after customer pick means something? Why, in less than an hour, have we already sold over 400 one-of-a-kind Teeter tables with the new and improved better back cushion? Because it can be a life changer. And aren't you worth it? Is it your golf game and your ability to walk and love your dog and look forward to gardening and fight back from what shoveling the snow is doing to your body, what sitting in traffic is doing to your body? It's a simple, easy solution with no co-pays, with no prescriptions, with no chemicals in your body. You give yourself, what, Roger? A total of 5 minutes a day on this table, and it can change your life.
In virtually any clothes. You know, this is all gain, no pain. This is the, I don't know why we even call it exercise equipment. It's not exercise, it's health equipment. I want to point out these traction handles, a plus. When the inverted lock position, when you're balanced and push on the very end of the handles, they're a push button release out of the inverted and lock position. And remember their main use, tether the table to stop at, say, this angle, so it can't go any further than that using that preset strap, and then use the traction handles to further decompress your body. This table has absolutely all the important upgrades. You know, the lumbar bridge, the acupressure nose, we got this, this $100 upgrade alone. This is a medical grade ratchet that actually we designed this 10 years ago. But we only supplied it to medical. Now we brought it here to HSN, our absolutely top one table.
And that's why so many people have upgraded from previous tables. They know they count on Inversion. They do it every single day. So you can make a big deal upgrade if you're using a table that's 10, 20 years old and counting on it. It's worth the investment to get a brand new one. Now, here's where we're at, okay? You have officially 10 minutes left in this presentation. It is the first presentation of Roger's visit, but he only has 5 shows over the course of the next 2 days. It's probably the only chance to buy that neck restore product if you have those tension headaches or looking for that relief from pressure in the bottom of your skull, right at the base of your neck. But now is a moment to say, for you, for your spouse, for really everybody in the family, because when you're healthier, happier, in better shape, everybody benefits from your energy level, from your lack of pain, from your connection to everybody around you. In our final moments, we want to make sure you hear from other callers and customers who have had their lives change. Here's one for you. Take a look at Kevin. Maybe his story is like yours. Maybe he looks like you. Maybe you can have his experience. Here he is.
The back problems really started when I did a long road trip. When you're in constant pain, it definitely has a significant impact on your ability to deal with little kids that are running around. You can't deal with stress as easily.
I just wanted him to be better and be back to himself and back to being a vibrant part of our family. His pain had an effect on his relationship with the kids, and that was hard to watch.
A friend of mine introduced me to Teeter. As soon as I got on it, it was relief. It felt amazing.
The net benefit of him using the Teeter to our family is just unbelievable.
I'm like a spokesperson for the Teeter. I tell everybody I know.
You know what I'm always amazed about? The people who say, after it changed my life, I have friends come over and say, you have to try this. Just give me 3 minutes and give it a go. Everybody becomes a brand ambassador for your product. It speaks such volumes when people say, I want my sister to have one. I want my father to have one. I told my best friend to come over and get on this thing and stop complaining about her back pain. People become true ambassadors and believers once they see what it can do for them.
It would be impossible to be on HSN 20 years, longer than any other single product in their history, if that wasn't the case. You know, and
it's recommended by Andrew Lessman.
Andrew Lessman's been inverting for 20 years.
Recommended by Colleen Lopez. She does it. Callie Northagen does it. Guy Yovan. I mean, people who've had real back issues. This is the relief they need.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, invented by Hippocrates 400 BC. Why? Because the Greeks had back pain for the same reason you do. And the Romans and the Ottoman Empire also invented inversion, a little different styles than we're using today, but they were still inverting the body to decompress the joint because the problems were generated by too much sitting. Does that sound familiar? Every successful society sits too much, helping to cause weak muscles, and then you add stress on top of it. There's your recipe for back pain. Teeter deals with the issue 3 to 5 minutes in your bed, in your clothes, immediately before bed being the most important time to get rid of that stress, to decompress the body. Remember, Dr. Ton says you lose ½ an inch during the day. Get that ½ an inch back, and then roll into bed, and your body will say, "Whoa, I got a lot lot less work to do to shove you back in shape by morning, and I think I'll work on some other problems now.
You'll be asleep faster. You'll stay asleep longer. You'll be more comfortable, more relaxed, and you're doing good for your body. This is all gain. There is no sacrifice here. You are truly letting gravity help you instead of hurting you by changing the rules and flipping it up. It's a wonderful, one-of-a-kind product that has worked without any side effects, without any negative consequences whatsoever, and it's yours to own for less than $2 a day. Remember, we will always keep Inversion tables in stock. I am never gonna come here and go, you buy right now or you won't be able to get one. But when Roger is here, when Riley is here, when we dedicate our on-air time to telling you the story that is Inversion, you get the sale. This is a $500 value. This is a $450 table, and for the first time ever is coming with a $50 custom-built, attached, better back cushion, and you get it all for less than $2 a day on your credit card. That's why we've now officially sold over 500 tables just now in the first show of what is only a half a dozen shows over the next couple of days. I want you to stop. Just think for a moment. Think about your dad. Think about your spouse, and think about you. At the end of the day, whether it's carrying the kids, carrying the groceries, fighting traffic, sitting at the front of the computer screen, dealing with the issues we've all got, right? Sciatica? Yes, this table is FDA cleared for issues related to sciatica. For those of you with chronic back pain, with muscle tension, with spinal degenerative joint disease, with a bulging disc, a herniated disc, facet syndrome, muscle spasm, a degenerative disc, it's all there in black and white, a Class 1 medical device that you own, shipped to your door free of charge, just a few little pieces to assemble. It's never gotten in the way of anybody who's shopped for it and owned it, whether they were in their 30s and sitting at a computer all day, or in their 80s and aspiring to be as full of life and energy and positivity and flexibility as Roger Teeter himself.
I love the flexibility part, especially when you get to be my age and you get off the table and you want to jump and then go out water ski with your grandkids. Or let's listen to Bob's testimony. I think he's a golfer, and let's see what Inversion has done for the flexibility you've got to have to be a good golfer, okay?
Love to golf. I walk 18 holes of golf every Sunday. I was hurting all the time. Golf was a chore. I wasn't hitting the ball that well. I saw the Teeter commercial, and I saw one of the guys saying, he inverts and he gets out and he plays. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. It's giving your spine a mini vacation because you're taking all that pressure off of it, letting it stretch out. It's given me a lot of motion back. My pain is reduced. My outlook is great. And I'm hitting the ball the best I've hit since I've been playing golf since I was 30. I'm jazzed. I'm just, Every Saturday we take the grandkids for like 5 or 6 hours. Pretty much anything they want to do, I can keep up with them. That's huge. I mean, that's quality of life. That's big stuff. You can't buy that. I mean, and that's what you want to do. Teeter helps me lead the physical life I want to live. I don't just endorse stuff unless it's made a big change in my life, and this is one of the things that's made a big change in my life.
You know, what can I say? What is your health, your comfort, your flexibility, your day-to-day life feel like? When back pain gets in the way, it's a dark cloud over everything.
You know, it relieves back pain 4 different ways. These are mechanical problems. Virtually every one of those 10 problems that FDA says Teeter is cleared for is a mechanical problem. Yes, it's your body weight on a misalignment, your body weight on a ruptured disc, your body weight on a pinched nerve. That's the common denominator. It's your body weight. Take your body weight off. You know, take the pressure off. That reduces the pain. It deals with it naturally at the cause, doesn't mask it. Also helps when you're decompressed. That misalignment, if that's the cause, that's going to be encouraged to realign itself. If you've got stressed out spinal support muscles, it's going to give them relief. It's going to encourage those discs to rehydrate. This is, look at this. The first thing you're going to feel is those stressed out shoulder muscles letting go. Look at that, spine straightening out. That can be a cause of back pain. Here's a big one. You got a pinched nerve, sore joint, degenerative disc, ruptured disc. Take the pressure off. Decompress it. Encourage that bulge to draw back in by...
It just mechanically makes sense. Undo what gravity does to you. And I want to remind everybody of one thing. For anybody who sees this and goes, well, I live alone, I'm a little bit older, I'm afraid I'm just going to flop all the way over upside down and be in serious trouble. There is a color-coded strap that is like your own personal spotter, your own personal assistant. You set it and you cannot invert past it. You cannot go past that point, and then you can adjust it, you can move it and change it and grow with it as you go. You can set this at just barely in the opposite direction of how you normally lay, and you will start to see therapeutic, stress relieving, great benefits and great relief. And then as your comfort level grows, a Teeter table moves and grows with you, just like any other fitness plan, just like any other physical therapy or chiropractic plan that you go on. But you get it on sale with us today, and you get to start a regimen and truly change your life today. I mean, truly, what could you want to wait for? If you're struggling, suffering, if this is of interest to you,
3 to 5 minutes.
Every reason to give it a try.
Right, and again, you can adjust this to stop at any angle. And you know that the more the angle, the more the decompression. But you can go to, say, even this angle, put the tether strap, unlock it, and then use the traction handles. This is a $27 upgrade included. In fact, this table's got all the good stuff on it. Use your arm power to push on these handles and further decompress your body as though you were in full inversion. Yeah, and you've got this lumbar bridge. That actually squares the hips, too, which is a real bonus. Also keeps the right curvature in your spine. You've got 8 acupressure nodes. There's 2 of each color in 4 sizes, and they go on. You can go on the lumbar bridge. If you have a knot in your back, then you probably, see there's a twist, this twist locks. You know, it fits into these slots, but you've got all these places you can put the acupressure nodes in to zero in on that knot in your back if you want to.
I've got to interrupt for just a second. I'm sorry to do this, but I did give you all fair warning. Riley's Neck Restore, that tension headache reliever, I told you it only is offered during the first show of the visit. You're in luck if you shop for it and you got it. Roger and Riley, I'm gonna start calling them daily to tell them to make more for us to keep them in stock. We'll work on it. But in the meantime, our clock's gone down. We have maybe a moment left to go. I wanna let everybody know over 600 lives have been changed just this hour alone here at HSN. And I want you all to see why this is the only table we offer here at HSN, because this is the one that's FDA cleared. We are talking about the real medical conditions that are getting in the way of you living your life. Sciatica, I know my mother-in-law suffers from it. I know my mother is starting to suffer from it. It's right there in black and white. FDA cleared to aid and not mask the symptoms, but truly help through the problem for back pain, for sciatica, for spinal curvature, for degenerative joint disease, for a bulging disc, a herniated disc. You know, if you're somebody that has hip tightness, if you're somebody that has misaligned hips, we've had customers talk about their knees feel better after they have inverted, and it takes the same amount of time as it takes you to wash your face and brush your teeth. And it can truly change the way your entire body looks and feels from head to toe. I mean, what you're seeing on your screen right now, Matt's gone a little nuts there. I mean, that's some serious, intense workout. But if you feel like you can get there, there's no other machine like it in your home that can help aid in that amazing workout program. But Roger's showing you what this is really about. At 80 years old, somebody who wrecked his back is living his life to the fullest with energy, with flexibility, and with vitality.
Yeah, it's having the flexibility of a younger person. Full inversion, yes, I do it because it gives you extra freedom. You can do stretches that you just can't normally do. And when you're really trying to keep the flexibility to keep up with the grandkids, this extra mobility that you get through the extra decompression, you know, when the grandkids are coming over, you need to hang, let me tell you. But
well, listen, I got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old at home, just the kids, not the grandkids.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Water skied how many times at 80 years old? How many times this year?
40 times last summer, and I'm back in the slalom course, and that's the fun. It's flying. This is recreational skiing. This is easy.
This is
running
what it's
the
about.
course, and man, that's a work.
It's living your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
That's what Teeter is all about. Roger, my friend, it is always a pleasure to see you here. Thank you so much for all you do for our customer and all you do for us here at HSN.
I love my job. I'm 80 years old. I don't need to do this for any other reason than you. It'll change your life if it doesn't send it back.
Okay.